Hey, what's up, stock compounders? Brad here. So today, just released, Seritage Growth Properties has appointed a new CEO and president, Andrea Olshan. Okay, so let's take a look at this press release we just got from Seritage today. We're also going to look at the 8K filing to look at, the compensation package for Miss Olshan. We're going to look at one video I was able to turn up, kind of an interview with her from like 5 years ago. And then, link her LinkedIn profile, her Twitter profile, just to kind of scuttlebutt, see if we can scuttlebutt something about Andrea Olshan. So first, the press release from Seritage, okay? Olshan has been appointed CEO and president of the company and will join the company's board of trustees, each effective as of a mutually agreeable date on or before March 16th. Okay. She's currently the CEO of Olshan Properties, a private real estate company that specializes in developing and managing a 23 million square foot portfolio of retail and mixed-use properties throughout the United States. Okay. Now, 23 million square feet. Seritage is pretty close in size to that. So, I guess that says something. Commenting on her appointment, Lampert said, Andrea is an exceptional executive who has all of the skills and experience that make her an ideal choice as the next leader of Seritage. Building on her successful tenure as CEO of Olshan Properties, Andrea has a proven track record of successfully leading an organization with over 1,000 employees across the country. As Seritage expands its development activities across asset classes, we will benefit tremendously from Andrea's vast expertise developing retail, office, hospitality, and mixed-use projects for Olshan Properties. Mr. Lampert added, the board's appointment of Andrea followed a thorough search process assisted by Korn Ferry, which included internal and external candidates. On behalf of the board, we welcome Andrea. Okay, so that's effectively the press release that was released today after hours, okay, after the stock market had closed for the day. We're going to look at the 8K for Seritage Growth Properties, just to see what we can glean here about her compensation package. So, right, it talks a little bit about her background. She's 40 years old, very young CEO. She's served as CEO at Olshan Properties since 2012. So, what is that, 9 years, 8 or 9 years? From what I understood, Olshan Properties is a private real estate company that was started kind of in the family, right? So she's kind of grown up around real estate. Let's look at the compensation. The Olshan employment agreement shall be effective for an initial 3-year term, beginning no later than March 16th, which term is subject to automatic 1-year renewals. The terms of the Olshan employment agreement provide Ms. Olshan with A, an annual base salary of $1 million, B, an annual target cash bonus of 140% of base salary, with payout ranging between 50% and 200% of base salary, depending on the level of achievement of the established performance goals, and a guaranteed annual bonus in respect of calendar year 2021 of is that right? Yeah, of $1 million. Guaranteed annual bonus of $1 million. Okay. C, a sign-on incentive equity award with a total value determined by dividing $4 million by the volume-weighted average price of a share of Seritage's common stock for the 10 trading days immediately preceding the date of the execution of the Olshan employment agreement. Okay, so we don't know when this employment agreement is going to be effective. We know it's going to be sometime before March 16th. So basically, she's being awarded $4 million of equity. okay? 40% of which is in the form of time-based restricted stock units, RSUs, that will vest in 4 substantially equal installments on the date of grant in each of the next 3 anniversaries of the date of grant, okay? So 40% is kind of a time-based compensation for the equity. 60% of which in the form of performance-based RSUs, which will vest following a 3-year performance period based on the achievement of performance goals to be determined by the compensation committee in consultation with Miss Olshan. Okay. D, an annual equity award beginning in 2022 with an aggregate target value equal to $2 million at the time of grant. So, it's kind of interesting. You've got 40% in this time-based RSUs and then 60% in performance-based RSUs. So that's just kind of a snapshot of the planned compensation package for Andrea Olshan. Now, I'm going to link to this, but it's a 12-minute video with someone interviewing Andrea Olshan back at the end of 2015, which, interestingly enough, is when Seritage was spun out and that company was formed. So, it just gives you some insights into her personality and some of her background with Olshan. The next thing I found was her profile on LinkedIn. Okay. I am a 3rd degree connection, which isn't very close. I do have a lot of connections on LinkedIn, over 10,000. So it's a little unusual that someone would have more than 500 connections and be a 3rd degree connection to me. No image. So, very bare bones LinkedIn profile. No real activity to speak of. You see CEO for the last 16 and a half years at Olshan Properties, which, like I said, is a family business. Education. She graduated from Harvard in 2002 and got her MBA at Columbia Business School. And obviously, Columbia is a great business school. We know, Buffett went there. We know Lee Lu went there. So, quality education for sure. But, that's about all we can glean from the LinkedIn profile. And then again, very bare bones Twitter profile. Monish Pabrai follows her. I imagine that just happened probably within the last day or so. And then Investing with Tom. This guy, he's quick. I just was texting him about Andrea Olshan, the new CEO, and he goes and he follows her on Twitter. So kudos, Tom. Way to be on top of it. So can we glean anything? So her last tweet, was 7 years ago. And then, also, 2 years prior to that, she liked playing Words with Friends. So that's essentially what we can glean from her Twitter profile. She is at least used to be, a Words with Friends connoisseur. Perhaps I will challenge her to a game just to really gauge, how great she's going to be as CEO of Seritage. I'll have to use that as a proxy because, you guys, this Scuttlebutt is really not turning up much today. So anyway, guys, if you find anything else about her, in your kind of Scuttlebutt, scavenging the internet for information about her, leave a link in the comments so we can kind of share resources about, who she is and what she's done, just to gauge, how she might perform as CEO and president of Seritage Growth Properties. I have high hopes for Seritage over the next 10, maybe even 20 years. And it sounds like Andrea could be at the helm for a while, kind of leading the ship. So let's see what we can dig up, what we can learn about Andrea Olshan. And with that, guys, I will leave you. Just wanted to share the big news. Seritage's new CEO and president announced today. So anyway, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Take care.